Hey everybody, Blaine Austin here at Sewing Machines Plus, and welcome to our Thursday live show. And I hope everybody is recovered from our live auction we had last week. I don't know, some of y'all probably do go, what are you talking about? Well, we had a VIP live auction, and the only requirement you had purchased from SewingMachinesPlus.com, and you had to register for it. And I hope that y'all had fun, and it was a blast. I actually lost my voice. I couldn't hardly talk, which my wife Michelle probably enjoyed that. I couldn't talk for about a day. I was real hoarse and had trouble, but we got through it anyway. If you were part of the live auction, put a number 1 in the chat right now. I'd like to see how many of y'all were actually watched it, and if put a number 5 in the chat if you actually got to partake and won a bid on something, because we had some unbelievable specials on things, and so it was a lot of fun to do, and we'll probably do that again in the future sometime. So you never know. But guys, we have got a fantastic show for you today. I'm super excited about it because we are launching a new product. It's going to be the world premiere of a brand new product from Grace. We have Mark Martin from Grace is going to come in the show today, and we're going to talk about that, the brand new product, and you're going to be able to pre-order it right now today, and it's going to be for a late September, early October delivery, but you're going to be blown away when you see this thing. It is awesome. New machine. And guys, we've got an unbelievable special, and I got to tell you about the special a little bit. So we've got a quilting machine with a frame, and Big Daddy Kyle, I tell you what, we were talking and we kind of had a deal worked out, and Kyle came to me and with Grace, and I said, Kyle and I talked, and I said, Kyle, see if you can get a better deal. Kyle went back, negotiated, and got us unbelievable deal. And I tell you what, y'all are going to be
16 of them.
Yeah, you're going to be happy, but we only have 16 units.
14 now.
14?
We sold 2.
Yeah, we had 2 of them we already sold, but it is the Q21, the Qnique 21. And so if you've been wanting a 21-inch quilting machine with a 10 or 12-foot frame, we're going to have a special one today, and Mark's going to actually demonstrate it and talk a little bit about it, but it's going to blow your mind. It's way over half price. And what these are, and I'll just tell you, they're not refurbished, okay? We're advertising them as refurbished because of the MAP pricing violations, but these were what they call blemished. And what that means is when they go through the production line and through inspection, if there's like maybe a little chip of the paint or on one of the machine, or if it was a discoloration, just a little slight. I mean, when you look at these, you're probably not going to find anything wrong. But Grace's standards are so high when they inspect them. If they don't meet those standards, they pull that machine off the line when they do the inspection. And so guess what? They had 16 of those they found that they wouldn't sell like pristine. And we got them. We're going to be able to sell them to you as a crazy price. And the frames are absolutely brand new. Nothing wrong with the frames. So you're getting a slightly blemished, they call it, machine with a frame. And we started out with 16 of them. We had 8 that have 10-foot frames, and we have 8 that have 12-foot frames. So 10 or 12-foot frames with a 21-inch head. And guys, are you ready for this, Kyle? Crazy price of $4,999. Under $5,000 is absolutely unheard of. So we're going to have, for a 21-inch, is crazy. This thing, MSRP, what's $12,000? Kyle?
I think it's 10.9.
Is it 10.9?
Yeah,
okay, $10,900 MSRP on this. So it is just a crazy, crazy price, and we're super pumped about showing this today. So we're going to talk about that, and then we're going to talk about the brand new. It's called a Little Rebel, and it's a new machine, and that's what we're going to talk about first. But before we get too deep into the show, got to say a big shout out to some of the SMP Nation out there watching today. We have Terry Dremel up in Minnesota watching. Hey, we have Dawn over there in Daytona Beach, Florida. Margie F. is in San Diego today watching. Jennifer Jansen is in Iowa. Hey, we have Francis Donovan, guys. Francis is watching over in Ireland. So, hey, Francis. And we have Marie C. is watching in South Carolina.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. So
Marie C. is over in South Carolina. So good morning to the SMP Nation. And guys, thank y'all for tuning in. And so kind of let you know how the show works, guys. If this is the first time you've ever been to one of our shows, we usually have a guest comes on. We talk about products. We try to give you a great special. And then you can just make comments, ask questions in the chat, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. And that automatically enters you into our giveaways. We give away stuff every week on the show. And we're here every Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Central. And so we usually give some really good stuff away. And today is no exception. We got some fantastic giveaways we're going to do. But all you got to do is ask questions and make comments. And if you haven't liked our Facebook page, I don't care if you're watching on YouTube right now or Facebook. If you haven't went and liked the page, just go like the page for us. And then if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook and you haven't went and subscribed to our YouTube channel, go subscribe to YouTube. Because what that does, that really helps us get a pulse on how many people are watching our shows and from what platform. And it helps us out. And then if it helps us out, guess what? It helps you out because we can do more giveaways. So you know what? And invite your friends. If you got some sewing friends out there, invite them to come and join the SMP Nation because, guys, it is growing and growing. And I just thought, aren't we over 31,000 likes on our Facebook page, Kennedy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are.
And then we're over 21,000 subscribers on YouTube. Mm-hmm. So it's growing, guys, and we still want to keep that going. So help us out there. All right, so are y'all ready to get going this morning? And everybody is recovered from last week. I am super excited, guys, for our next guest. And it is Mark Martin. And Mark, this is the famous Mark Martin, too. Not the NASCAR driver, the famous Mark Martin from Grace. And I tell you what, Mark and I go way back. He's been on our show many times. He is such a good demonstrator. And we're going to talk all about the brand new products starting out. And so let's welcome Mark to the show.
Thank you, everybody. Can you hear me?
We got you loud and clear, Mark. How are you?
I am great. Thank you for having me, Blaine. And we do go back a long time, and I am really excited to present first a Little Rebel, obviously, on my right, but then also the Unique 21, and it's going to be so exciting. And you're right. Are we recovered from last week, from 4th of July?
Well, we had a big event last week, so we kind of had a double thing, 4th of July and our big event. So I'm fully recovered now and feeling great. And I tell you, I was dragging after our event last week, but everything is great. We're ready to go. And Mark, I'm super excited about this little Rebel. And, you know, it has some features on it that to me are just awesome. And I think this is going to be a perfect fit for a lot of people out there that are wanting to get into quilting and want a great sewing machine to go with it that can do both. And I'm super pumped about this. And I tell you what, I'm going to let you take it away and talk all about that. And then we'll come back and I can tell them how they can pre-order theirs. And then we'll talk about that 21 after that.
That's great. Thank you, Blaine. I'm excited. Now, I know I have another camera. Are we able to switch to the other camera? I know I was asking, but maybe not. Because if so, we'll just keep going on my laptop. So right now, as you can see, we are in our warehouse with our beautiful backdrop. And we have a lot of things going on in other rooms. So I'm like, no, I'll take this on and we'll come out to our warehouse. You guys get to see a little glimpse of our racks back there. But this is why we're here, is our little Rebel 13-inch. And so if we can see, and I'm not sure if we can go to, I have another camera ready.
But maybe not. Oh, there we go. Can we switch it?
Let's go ahead and switch it around because that is my camera guy. Let's do this. Give me just a minute. I'm sorry. We're going to. Give me a minute, everybody. We're going to switch it on the other side here.
All right. I thought I'd tell a few jokes while Mark and them get their camera set up. No, I'm just kidding. No jokes. But guys, I hope that y'all are excited about today's show when you get to see a brand new product, because, you know, we try to be the first when we bring products out to you. And we always want to be the first one to reveal it to the world. And this is no exception. And you're going to get to see it firsthand here in the little Rebel. And then again, we always try to work really hard to bring you some unbelievable deals on the machines and things that we show on the show. And the 21's no exception today. And again, if you're in that market for a quilting machine, I tell you, this is going to blow you away when the pricing and all what it does. And then the little Rebel, we're going to take pre-orders. And right now we're looking at a late, late September delivery or early October. So, but here's the thing. You're like, well, why should I go ahead and order it and it's not going to come in for a few months? Well, the reason for that is because what happens, they're only getting so many machines that are coming in for the first run. So if you don't get in on that first run, then it might be December or November before you get one. So that's why you want to get your name on that list. If you have, even if you think that you might get, be interested in getting one, go ahead and get it ordered. And that way, when that thing comes in, you'll be the first one that gets one shipped. And I tell you, when you see this, you're going to be blown away by it. So I think they got their camera set. So let's go right back to Mark.
There you go. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, thanks for that. We got to love live TV, right, Blaine? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I am here with you now, and I'm really excited to talk about the little Rebel 13. So many exciting things about it. Sewing, quilting, throat space, speed, anything you can think of from a straight stitch sewing machine, this will have it. And I am really excited to talk to you now about Little Rebel. So a couple of things about sewing machines, right? Put a 1 in the comment if you have, 5+ sewing machines that you just buy over the years because you see one that said, you know what, this is going to be great for me. Or you buy another one because you're like, that is what I need. Or the speed, or the throat, whatever the scenario is and situation that you're in. How many of you guys bought a machine because of what you needed? So go ahead and put a 1 in the comment if that is you, that you have 5 or more machines that you bought from the sewing side. We're not talking quilting. We're just talking sewing machines. Yeah, a lot of ones are coming in. That's exactly what we're seeing in the market, right? You're going to go to a show or you're going to go to a store and you see a machine like, you know what? I need to get that. So you go to the Boss or the other half, the better half, and you're like, hey, can I buy this machine? And they're like, yeah. So a lot of ones coming in, a lot of ones, and that's what the little Rebel is going to do for you. When we talk about the wonderful features that this machine has, you're going to say, you know what? I need to get that little Rebel just because it has this feature, just because it has that feature. And that's why we buy, right? As hobbyists, we're looking at buying just what we want. We're like, you know what? I'm going to get that because of this reason. So no exception on Little Rebel. The Little Rebel is our brand new 13-inch machine. And I'm going to we're going to go ahead and bring that in here. We're going to get a closer look of it. Yep, let's go ahead. There we go. Perfect, right there. So this is our 13-inch machine. You can already see how big the harp is on this. And you notice that there's lights underneath there. That's right. There are lights that you have 13-inch throat from the needle to the back. So you have a huge work surface that's going to allow your sewing and or quilting to be even better because of this harp. And there are other features that you see the lights lit up right here. This is where you can control the speed. It comes with obviously the walking foot. And we'll talk about the quilting foot here, but just look at this beautiful large sewing machine. Again, this is about an 8.5-inch tall throat. Probably the biggest in the industry that you're going to see from a sewing machine side. That is ginormous. And the throw space is 13 inches. All right, let's go ahead and take that back. You're going to notice when we're talking about sewing, you want that size. You need that ability to have the larger throat, the ability to do what you want to do in a faster pace, in a larger room, and whatever you want to have it, that's going to give it to you right there. So yeah, pretty machine. Wow, I love the comments. Nice, great throw size, and that's one of many benefits and features that this machine has is just that throw size. As we look at it, there's also going to be a built-in bobbin winder. This machine is packed full of what we want for our sewing side. So built-in bobbin winder. It does have a thread cutter on the side of the machine for your piecing. It is not automatic. It's on the side. Many other beautiful features that you get with it for your quilting needs. So with all the ones in there, as we're looking at this wonderful machine, is it the throw size that's going to get you? You know, as you're looking at sewing, there are many reasons why when we sew, we want to have a larger throat. How many of you do sewing or quilting with your sewing machine? Put a number 2 if you have a sewing machine that you'd like to do your quilting on. And when you do your quilting, you do straight lines. That's probably the easiest way to do, right? You may try to venture out and do something more exciting, but the straight lines are easy to do when you do your push quilting. So put a number 2 in there if you also use a sewing machine to quilt. If you put a 2 in there, you're already knowing that the size of throat is going to be beneficial for you for your size of quilting, because you can now roll your quilt up. You have a nice, beautiful throat. You have a lot more room to do your quilting. And so we are super excited for the features that this has, for the benefits, for the price. And Blaine will talk about the price. You're going to, again, those who put a 1 in there, who have already 5 or more machines, let's add a 6th machine, a 7th machine. This is going to be fantastic because, again, as hobbyists, we're always going to want the latest, the greatest, what this machine will do for you. All right, so Little Rebel. We brought this machine out. We launched it to our dealers several months back. And now, Blaine, like he mentioned, you who are watching this exclusive video right now are able to pre-order this right now before anybody else. You guys can pre-order this machine. Let me talk a little bit of the history of the Grace Company. For those who have seen our videos and watched it with Blaine and Sewing Machines Plus, you know that we've done a lot with our other line of machines. As he mentioned, we have a Quilting 21R that I'll be demonstrating. We've had machines in the market for several years now. This has been one that we were really excited about on the Little Rebel because of what it offers and what it would bring to all the hobbyists out there. So there's no different as we look to make machines. We consider you and all that we do. And again, the things that this is going to bring is going to be fantastic. So all those who have the 1 and 2 in there, these are for you. We're going to talk about now some of the feature sets. So I already talked about the throat size, which is really nice. Now let's talk about the speed. This stitches 1,600 stitches per minute. So sewing, piecing, a 1600. How many of you are like, wow, that is going to be really nice to have that type of machine, the 1600. So beautiful stitches. We are excited for what that also has to bring. I like to do live comments. I like to look at the comments as we do this. And so I like to answer any questions I come into. And if I miss any, then we can get them at the end. So if there's any questions, we can pop them on the screen and I'll be ready to answer those questions. Okay, so large throat, 8.5 inch harp, 13 inch from needle to the back, 1600 stitches per minute, M-class bobbin. That's right, it uses an M-class bobbin, just like the long arm machines do. So you have a larger bobbin, you have the ability to sew a lot more, and at the speed that you're looking to do it at. So the speed is fantastic. One of the comments is, that is almost too fast. That is funny. It can be too fast, but the nice thing is you're using your foot pedal. So with the sewing side, when you use your foot pedal, you can control the speed, right? You can, how fast you want it to go. And that's the beauty of having a 1600 stitches per minute, is you can quilt when you're ready, or you can sew at the speed that you're looking to do and have that ability to go faster or slower. So you don't have to use the full speed. But I'll tell you what, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of comments in here, how many of you are ready to have that 1600 stitches per minute speed in your home as you're doing your piecing? I'm sure everybody is like, yeah, I want that. I want that. Sign me up, sign me up. Well, you know where to sign up at. Sewing Machines Plus, get one on the pre-order right away. Okay, so will there be a built-in stitch regulator? I'm glad you asked, Ruth. There is. And so what's nice with Little Rebel is we have a built-in, if we're going to go ahead and let's bring the camera back in here, and I'll show you actually where it's at. It is a sensor right on the front here. And so as we look, and we're going to get a little closer here, and I'm going to grab this. And so you can see right here, the sensor. So there is a sensor, and this is what's going to register the speed of your moving the machine around right there. It's beautiful. It's nice. No more encoders. You can go straight from sewing to quilting from that. And the way we do that is you're going to get a hopping foot. So it's going to come with a nice a hopping foot for your quilting. And then also this plate. Once we add this plate on to the plate that you see down here, this will automatically then register to the machine that you're on stitch rate or you're going to be quilting, and it's going to trigger the sensor. And it is so fantastic. So we're going to bring that camera back out. That is so fantastic. That right there in itself is its weight in gold to have that regulation built in right away. So from sewing to quilting, you're going to have that, and you have that built in. So very, very easy. How well does it do on the QD frame? Well, why don't you get one and find out? No, I'm just kidding. It works wonderfully on the QD frame. In fact, this works wonderfully on all frames. And that's the nice thing about the sewing and quilting is when you buy a traditional sewing machine, sure, you're using as your quilting, right? But it doesn't have all the features that you would want in a quilting machine. And that's where this machine is going to replace those machines in a way that everybody has. I mean, when you think about your quilting room, not alone the sewing machines, right? But let's talk about your rotary cutters, your rulers, the fabric, everything that you buy, you have a lot of it because there's a purpose and a reason why you have so many of different types of things. This is no exception on Little Rebel. Because of the feature sets, you're going to find that it's going to help and it's going to increase and it's going to move you forward in your hobby. So from sewing to quilting, easy transition. And yes, the QD frame, it will work on. It will work on our new Evolution. It will work on our new Evolution hoop. It will work on our Continuum frames. It will work on any of the previous Grace frames. So any Grace frame, this will work beautifully on. So Deborah asked, what about the needle threader? I'm glad you asked, Deborah. So it comes with a manual threader that you're going to attach to it. So it doesn't have an automatic threader. I know you'd be thinking like, oh, what? But it does have the threader that comes with this. You're going to attach it, and that's going to help you thread your machine. So great question. Do you have to use a foot pedal for your quilting? Yes, when you do, no, sorry. For sewing, you do need to use your foot pedal. For quilting, as a stitch regulation, so no foot pedal is required. Once you put it on a frame and move it around, you have that stitch regulation built in, and so you have access to the entire speed of the machine at that moment. get the precise, you get the ability to have the stitches the same length the entire time. So the foot pedal is only needed when you do your sewing. Just like any traditional sewing machine, you're going to want that foot pedal so you have control over what you're doing. So the stitch regulation will turn on once you turn it or put it on a frame and add that plate I showed you. You're going to have that stitch regulation. How many pounds does it weigh? Well, I'm not the strongest guy, but it is really, really light, and it has a nice handle on here. So I'm going to go ahead and just lift this up. You can see how simple that is to lift up, and we're going to go ahead and put it back down. It is a little heavier than most sewing machines because, again, of the size. You have a 13-inch throat. You have a bigger motor in there, but it is not heavy at all. When you pre-order yours and you lift it up, you can say, oh, Mark was right. That is not heavy at all. So it is a really light machine, considerably what it's up against and what it has to offer. Can you use the automated program? I love all these questions, by the way. Yes, you can use the automated program on the Little Rebel. All right, so let's talk about other features that you have with Little Rebel. And let's actually talk with what it comes. So when you pre-order yours, and I think we'll probably put this up, but I'm going to go ahead and just talk about what it comes with. And I need to actually piece of paper because there are so many things that this machine comes with. All right, so right out of the box, you're going to get a handle control box, and that is where the stitch regulation is. And so you're going to get a box, and that box is there to so you can turn it on and off. Now on the side of the machine, you have an on and off button. And in fact, we have a Q button right over here. There's a Q button for quilting. So when you're ready to quilt and you hit that Q button, that is also what tells the machine that you're ready to quilt. So you have the handle control box right out of there for your quilting. You turn it on and off. So you don't have to reach to the side of the machine. You can just use the control box to do that. It comes with a sewing base. For your sewing needs, it comes with an 18 by 24 sewing base. That's right. So you have the large sewing base that's going to come with. It comes with a 7-foot foot pedal cord. That's right, a 7 foot. So you can actually be sitting, you can be standing, and you want to quilt in comfort. So it has that 7-foot foot pedal cord for your sewing needs. It comes with a hopping foot for your quilting needs. It comes with a presser foot, a straight stitch 1 1/4 seam allowance. It comes with 3 M-class bobbins. Okay, you get 3 M-class bobbins, larger bobbins. You have the needle plate I showed you. You get the quilting needle plate. You have 4 packs of needles that it comes with. It comes with a 18 size, a size 16, a size 14, and a size 12 on the needles. You get a quilting panel instruction booklet. You get all the tools. You also get the magnetic needle to make sure that your needle is aligned straight. So you get the magnetic needle gauge for that purpose. You get the thread nets for your threads. You put them on top of there. You get the instruction book. You get the reference card. You get oil. That's right. It keeps going on. You get the tension book. So if you're new to quilting, you have a tension book to help you understand the tension side. Because we all know when you go to sewing to quilting, that tension it can get you, but all quilting machines have that. It comes with 3 sizes of spool caps. Comes with a welcome folder. Welcome. Comes with Teflon friction mat to reduce the friction as you push quilt, which is really nice. It comes with that needle threader, the walking foot, and the open toe side quilting foot. So there are a lot of things right out of the box that this comes with. All right. How is it with heavy fabrics, apparel leathers, lots of interfacing, pink cabinets, etc.? Perfect, wonderful question. It does really well because of the speed and the size of the needle. It's one of those. I don't want to. It's not industrial, but it can go through your leather. It can go through canvas. It is a really nice that way. So if you're doing that type of work, great. So yeah, it's perfectly fine with that. That's a great question. Okay. So we talked about an M-class bobbin. We talked about the throw size. It has a built-in bobbin winder right at the top, which is really, really nice. It has an easy-to-use tension guide on the side of the machine. But the best part is when you go from sewing is the ability to sew in comfort. Not only is the size and the speed, which I keep referring to because I'm just really happy that there's a machine out there for all the hobbyists to have a little larger throat when it comes to quilting. Deborah Smith, our sewing machines feet snap on or screw on. They are screw on. It's a simple screw on the side. So it's just like replacing it. It's just a flathead screw that you can easily put in to replace it. And it comes with all the tools needed to replace that screw from your guide dogs or from your feed dogs to a hopping foot. Are there optional feet to purchase? Yes, there will be. We're going to be making several types of different feet for the sewing needs. Just because we understand when it comes to sewing, you want to have the right tools needed for each of your different applications. So great question. Okay, so the Little Rebel. Now, that's just a little bit, and we'll keep going on. But right now, put a 3 in the comment if you're excited. Now, I don't want to ask a question if you're going to pre-order because I don't want to ask that. But put a 3 in the comment if you're excited for the Little Rebel on what that has to offer to you as we're ready to bring it to the market. So put a 3 in the comment if that's you. When Blaine comes back on and talks about the price, if you didn't put a 3 in now, I will almost guarantee that some of you are like, you know what, at that price? Yeah, I'll put in fact, I'll put 2 3s in there just to be funny. So yeah, a couple of 3s in there if you're ready. So a lot of 3s are coming in, which is really, really nice. Yeah, we love the machine. Okay, so let's look at several other features that the machine has. As we come in here, let's go ahead and bring the camera back in. Thank you, Damien, who's my camera guy. Okay, so right up here, this is where you can adjust the speed length and the ability to sew when you want to sew. And as you just increase this, you notice that it will go down. And so this is the speed, so you can start slower or you can increase it to go faster as you do your sewing needs. Right over here as well, you have buttons that will increase on that one. And you can see that it's already increasing, decreasing. And this is where the button is for the quilting. So as we go to quilting and you press that button, it will light up. But what's nice is the safety feature, it knows it's not quilting because you need to be able to put the plate right on there for the quilting. So once you put this plate on there, it access to let the machine know that you're quilting. Okay, so here's the bobbin winder that we mentioned. It has 2 spools of thread. I'm going to go ahead and bring this up here. So it has 2 spools of thread, one if you want for your bobbin winder, and the other one, obviously threading machine. And what I love about threading machine is we kept it simple. As you can see, there's not a lot of gadgets. We wanted to keep it simple, and we put the thread guides on here. So if we can get closer, you can see how to thread the machine by each of these, which is really, really nice. And so it's going to be really nice for you when you bring it in to have these options ready for you. So that's just the side of the machine. And let's just go ahead and take a moment and see how beautiful this machine is. Beautiful color up top, which is that nice blue, white. And on the other side, we do have a nice little printed side. I'm going to put the machine around. And you can go ahead and see how beautiful this is right there on the side of the machine. If we can get in there, go ahead and look at that. That is such a beautiful design. We wanted to make this as nice looking and as beautiful as you can see. So you can see that. Look at that. Okay. So these are just the small features that we wanted to put in there just to make this machine just that more better than in the market. From the design to having the dual cone threads, the built-in bobbin winder, and as I mentioned, the M-class bobbin with it. That's right. As we mentioned earlier, the M-class bobbin, just like you have on the larger, more professional quilting machines, we have on this affordable sewing machine, M-class bobbin. I'm going to put that right back on there. All right, let's go ahead and take that camera right back. Okay. A lot of 3s came in. A lot of 3s were coming in. So a lot of 1s, a lot of 2s. You guys are excited. We're excited. Okay, Lisa, pretty. Did he say if straight stitch only? So it is a straight stitch. So those who have or the ability to do different designs when you're doing your sewing, this is a straight stitch machine. And we all know, again, how many of us own the straight stitch machine. This is a straight stitch, 1,600 stitches per minute sewing machine that you can go to quilting in just a matter of seconds to change that plate out and you're going to quilting. So great question. So yeah, May 33333. You guys, there are so many aspects to your sewing compilations, your projects, so many different things. As we're talking about Little Rebel, from the speed to the throat, there's a couple of things that you need to decide as a consumer, right? What is it that you're working on? What is it that you're doing? What is it that would help you in those? How many of you guys have 4, 5, 6 table or quilt tops ready to be quilted, and you have the sewing machine that you're like, sewing. Let's go back and look at this whole sewing and quilting transition. We wanted to make it smooth for you to go from your sewing to your quilting. Because it's lightweight, you don't have to worry about trying to lift it and have a couple people carrying it for you. If you already own the Cutie, all right, and you already have a domestic on the Cutie, now's the time to upgrade your smaller 9-inch throw, or even smaller, to the 13-inch. Now's the time to do that. If you already own the Cutie, if you own any of the hoop frames, now's the time to get this 13 to go on that Cutie frame. So Rose, what style needle does it use? Standard or probably long arm? So it does use the long arm needle. So we'll have the round back to it. So the long arm needle is what it uses, and I know we have a lot of those, so it does use that long arm needle. So great question, Rose. I love the questions as they're coming in. Is a bobbin top load or side load? Well, it is in the front. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring this back around. Maybe bring the camera in. So as we look at where this is, I'm going to tilt this up here. So this is where the M-class bobbin is. And if you notice, there is a light in here. So that's right. You do have a light. There's the M-class bobbin, so it is in the front. Like most long arm quilters have it in the front. It's right in the front here. So not only do we have the light that illuminates your bobbin area, but you also have that light that illuminates your throat area. You can see how much light is coming off this machine. All right, so great question. It does come with that right in front. So it's not top load, it's in the front of the machine. How exciting that we get an order. That's right. Barbie said it first. How exciting is it? And we want you to take advantage of the generosity that SewingMachines Plus is going to offer you from the price. Get your name on the list. We will be shipping these out in the order that they came in. So the sooner you can get your name on the list, we will be shipping that out. And in fact, like I said earlier, those of you who are watching, you guys will be the first ones to take this pre-order opportunity to get it on the waiting list, and we'll be shipping out. And we'll be shipping towards the end of the year. We are still targeting that October timeframe. So get it on the list and we can get it out to you. So great questions. I love it. It looks stylish. It looks nice, bright. The lights are nice. Yes, as we look in the background there, you can see how much light is coming off that, which is really nice. So good questions. Okay, so that's Little Rebel. Let's go ahead and look at, if there's any questions on Little Rebel, please bring them in. I'm going to jump over now to the Quilting 21. These are the machines that they said they have stock on. And I believe they gave them a number out there. I think they said 14 or 16, which they have left, and Blaine is right. These are the machines, as we QC them, that just have a little blemish. That's it. Something small somewhere. And in fact, you probably couldn't even tell if you're looking at it, right, Blaine? That's what these types of machines are.
Hey, Mark, before we do the 21, let me tell them how they can get the
Yes.
Little Rebel and the pricing and all that. And then I'll come right back to you, and then we'll talk about this great special we have on that 21 today.
I love it.
All right. All right. So everybody, this is the Little Rebel. Now, if you want to get on the pre-order, this is how it's going to be working. We're going to give a list of people that are pre-ordering it. I have to give that the quantity to Grace, and then Grace is allocating that amount of the first batch that comes in to us. So the more people that order, the more that SewingMachines Plus will get the first batch that come in, and they're limited to how many comes in the first batch. Now, guys, there's still, we don't have all the information on every little aspect of this machine because it is so new. Guys, this is the one they have right there is basically the prototype they got in to test. And they've been testing several of them. And, so they don't have all the information of every little thing. But Mark did a fantastic job of telling you all about the different features of this. And guys, here's the thing. If you think about all the straight stitch machines that are on the market right now, this thing is going to beat it hands down. It's faster. It's also got the industrial motors in it. And then the other thing is so awesome about this, especially from a quilting standpoint, is that harp height that you have and that 13-inch throat space. That is huge when it comes to a straight stitch machine like that, when you want to do some quilting and things. And again, guys, the price on this is $24.99. Give us a call right now. We do have financing available for this as well, but it's 800-401-8151. If you want to get in on that first batch that's coming in and get your order in, this, I can't say enough. This is, to me, one of the best looking machines. And you know, Kyle and I, when we saw this, we're like, man, this thing looks good. It's such a good looking machine compared to some of the other straight stitches on the market. And again, you know, we don't have to say anything about the quality when it comes to Grace, because Grace absolutely has quality products, and y'all know that by now. And again, give us a call right now, 800-401-8151, and tell them you want to order that little Rebel and get on it. So let's go back to Mark. Now, Mark, this machine, we only have 16 of these 21s, and you were explaining what the blemish means, and I'll let you go ahead and explain that better than I did. But on these, we only have 16 of these. 8 of them were 12-foot frames. Another 8 were 10-foot frames. And Kyle told me right as we started the show, we've already sold 2 of them already. So I don't know which frames we sold, Kyle, but so now, right now, we're limited. We don't have 16 anymore. We have 14 left, and I'm not sure which the combination of the frame is, but they can tell you if you call in to get it. But Mark, I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk about how the 21 is, because we love this machine, and then we'll talk about this. I mean, the $49.99 price point is crazy, under $5,000 for this.
That's right. Thank you, Blaine. Yeah, you already sold 2, so you're not going to, probably when this is done, you're probably not going to have hopefully none left because of the price point and the size of the machine that it is. For that price, it's fantastic. And so, yeah, these are new machines. Like I said, they just come out, you know, with something on them, like Blaine mentioned earlier, but you won't even be able to see what those are. We went through all the quality control, and the best part is it has the exact same warranty as a brand new machine. Everything you can think of on a brand new machine, except for the price, right? When you buy a brand new 21-inch stitch regulated machine, you're what, 10,000, and you got to get a frame. So you're about 12, 13,000 to go a long arm machine. And so you get everything that a brand new machine has to offer for I think it's even below that. I mean, even below, better than half that price. And so Blaine will come on and talk about it. Let's go ahead and talk about the Quilting 21R that's right here. I love this machine. I love it for many reasons. One, the throw space, 21 inches, stitch regulation. It is fast, M-class bobbin, easy to use function on the handlebars with adjustable handlebars for that matter. And so you have buttons on the left and buttons on the right, and they access the screen. So the screen will tell you what you're running. So it comes with 4 different stitch modes. 2 of them are regulated from precise to cruise, and you have base and manual. So you get the standard wonderful stitch modes that are in the market. Okay. You can stop with the needle up. You can stop with the needle down. As a built-in bobbin winder, as 2 thread cones, automation. We have tons of accessories for it. So if you're looking to accessorize it, from ruler bases to lasers to automated systems, you go for it. Whatever you want to do, we have those accessories ready to buy through SewingMachines Plus. All right, so let's look at the handles. I'm going to go ahead and adjust them, and let's go ahead and bring the camera in here. So as we adjust the handles, you can adjust them to your liking. Okay, you're going to be able to look at the handles here, and look at this. I can move them down. I can move them up. I could even extend them. If you're vertically challenged, you can extend them to have about another 2 more inches of throw space, which is really, really nice. And so as I pull this out here, you can see how I extended it right there. Look how easy that is for me just to move that in or out. And you can go ahead and tighten down. Okay, the other thing I love about this is how smooth this is to operate. I'm going to go ahead and just hit the start button. Okay, and it's on precise. So you notice it's not even doing anything until I move the machine around. Look at that. And look at that. I'm just moving a couple of fingers on the left side here. Very smooth, very easy, very quiet. You're able to go and make any design that you're ready to quilt on. And if I stop, it stops. That's the beauty of precise. And if I go, it goes. Stitch regulation. No matter how slow or how fast I go, it is that easy and it's that smooth as you saw with a couple fingers. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to cruise mode. We're going to talk about the different types of modes now. So cruise, I love cruise because it will constant go up and down, especially if you're looking to do smaller, fine work on your quilt. Once I hit the start button, it's going to go up and down. Check that out. Okay. Now as I go into quilt, and it has that nice needle, needle light that it has too. So you get the beautiful needle light. You can see how bright that is there on the screen. So you get the nice illuminated brightness of the needle light. But cruise has that constant speed to go up and down. And again, as I look at having different stitch modes, that is one that I really love, because if I'm doing very small work and I want the machine to continue to quilt as I'm moving the handles very slow, I can do that with cruise. And then it has base. We all know what base is. As you go to base, it's going to have 1 inch, ½ inch, an inch and a half base, so small, medium, large on the base, and then manual. If you're looking to do manual work, it turns off the regulation, and then you're able to do it in manual mode. All right, so there were a lot of comments on the little Rebel. How many of you put a 1 in the comment if you are looking for a long arm that's at a price you can't beat? It's almost like Christmas in July, really. What you're going to hear from Blaine is going to be like Christmas in July. It's going to be better than any Black Friday deal that you come across. It is going to be unbelievable. Put a 1 in the comment if you're like, no, I want to get a long arm, but the price wasn't just right. And I have a lot of quilt tops. I have, several quilt tops ready to do, or what we call those UFOs, right? Unfinished objects. So if you put a 1 in the comment, now is the time to consider getting a long arm, because those UFOs will continue to build. And then what? If you think about it, how many, and this isn't a bad thing, okay? This is a bad thing, but how many of you quilt by pocketbook, right? Put a 2 in the comment. Be like, yeah, that's me. I have someone else do it because I don't have, the money or the funds to get it in, or even the space. You can get the 8-foot option, the 10-foot option, and 12-foot option. Like Blaine says, we're not quite sure what they have. They're going off. And so if you're looking to do queen size quilt or king size quilt, now is the time to do it. So for all those 1s in there, and you've been considering all year, and we're only in July, to be getting a long arm, but the price isn't right, now's the time to do it through SewingMachinesPlus Plus at this fantastic deal that they have. Okay, so you have the larger throat, you have the adjustable handles on the Unique 21, you have the built-in bobbin winder, you have the M-Class bobbin, easy to move with the professional wheels, the track that this machine has to offer on the frame that you're going to get. The frame that's come with this is a fantastic all metal frame that's built to last. And so if you're wanting to invest in your hobby, this is a product that's going to get you further than you ever thought you would be able to go, because of how long and how the longevity of the machines. That's a big thing when you have a machine, is the longevity, that how long it's going to last. Well, this machine is going to last as long as you'll last, if that makes sense. It's going to go forever. It's a fantastic machine. So 21 inches of throw space. Okay, it has a nice little screen up the front here that tells you where you're going. You can do 12 stitches per inch, anywhere from 5 stitches per inch up to 16 stitches per inch. You can have the needle stop up in the up position or down position. You can customize how you want to do that. And as I'm going to go ahead, and you don't need to bring the camera in. But I like sewing on the seam. You can just hear how quiet it is. You can stay right there. I'm going to keep sewing. You can see with it being just one-handed. Then you can also get lower if you want to do any kind of micro stippling, and you can adjust the handles for that micro stippling. So it's just really nice, very easy, very smooth, very quiet. And I'm going to get my projects done in no time. All those UFOs. I love the comments. So quiet. Yes, great. Really, guys, I'm not here to look at products as like, you know what? Yeah, maybe this one. You guys know your situation, and you know how many UFOs you have. You know the space that you have. You know the budget that you're willing to spend. Anywhere from upgrading your domestic machine with the little Rebel, so you get the larger 13-inch throat, or whatever quilting machine that you've been using right now. Now's the time to get the 21-inch machine because of that. Okay. Outside of that, you can add on the accessories. We talked about a ruler base. We talked about a laser, automation. There's templates that you can get. There's pantographs that you can get for the backside. So whatever process and trick or tool that you need to use, you can get that with this Quilting 21R. It's fantastic. And honestly, for the size of machine it is, it's not the heaviest machine. You're gonna feel you're gonna feel like you have control over it, like you saw me move it with just a couple fingers. So you have the control. It is not heavy, but it's meant to last. And so you're gonna feel the durability of the machine right away. You're gonna feel from the handlebars, from all the plastics. It doesn't feel cheap. It's not one that you're like, oh, I spent this money. It doesn't feel good. It feels great in your hands. I love the comfort grips that you're going to get from this machine. I love the adjustable handles. And it's easy to put together. Out of the box, you're going to be ready to quilting. Setting that up, you can be up and ready by the weekend, or depending on where you live, get that shipped out to you. Okay, if there's any questions, I'd love to answer on the Quilting 21. If not, we'll keep talking about it. So, which frame is it on now? Well, great question. And this is actually the frame that you're going to be getting with the machine. This is our Continuum frame, our Continuum 1 frame. So this exact same frame is what you'll be getting with the Quilting 21. A couple of great things about the frame is it has a nice thick ratchet wheel or cog wheel that you can see right here. So this is nice thick. These will not wear down. These are super thick on the cog wheels. That's going to keep your tension that you need nice and taut as you roll your fabric. It has a hand wheel on the side, which is really, really nice. Easy to build, and you can see the strength, the sturdy. If you can see from cameras, it's nice and thick. It does come with the 3 rails, which is standard. You can get casters if you're looking to get casters. But if not, it comes with leveling foot. But this right here is the same frame. We just set it up in a little size for this purpose. But this will be the frame you're getting is our Continuum 1. So many options with the long arm, and it's 21-inch at that price with the same warranty as brand new. Can't be beat. That's right, Vicky, can't be beat. This is going to, again, offer the same warranty as our brand new machine. There's no difference. There's no exception. Everything you're going to get from a brand new machine, you're going to get with our 21, because essentially it is a brand new machine. It has not been used. And so you are getting a brand new machine for the price that Blaine would talk about. How many clamps come with it? Well, because it's a 3-row system, you don't need any clamps. You simply, when you put the fabric on, it does come with cloth leaders, and it comes with bungee cords. So on the side, you get 2 bungees for each side to keep your project nice and taut from the sides. You also get those cloth leaders to help you attach your fabric to the cloth leader. If you want clips, they are available. They come 4 into a pack. You can get those through SewingMachines Plus. You can put them on your front rail here. If you're looking to float, you can get those packet clips to go on your front rail so you can float your fabric. So great question, Tina, on that. How many clamps does it come with? Okay, if there's any more questions, you keep popping them up. But Quilting 21R from the Grace Company, super excited. I can't talk enough about the workhorse that this is. We have a lot of customers who have the 21R who continues to do their projects. I couldn't tell you how many people has put 1 million stitches on these machines. That's the workhorse I'm talking about. It will last through your projects. And is great for any of your sewing needs, from short projects to mid projects to large projects. Is going to last. So yeah, a lot of great, beautiful. It's really nice price. I'm trying to think of what else this is. It's pretty simple. That's what I like about this machine is there's not a lot that goes on there from threading it. You notice that there's not a lot of screens on the side of the machine. In fact, there's no screens at all. So it keeps it very easy. Hardly anything is going to break down on it because of that. We kept it simple. So again, as I'm looking at this, that's how simple this machine is. And talking about it, there's not a lot I need to go over other than, the throw size, built-in stitch regulation, built-in bobbin winder, M-class bobbins, easy to thread on the side of the machine, easy to operate, easy to maintain. That's one other item that I haven't talked about is maintaining the machine. These machines essentially maintain themselves. What I mean by that is on the inside, they are, I just lost my word. It is sealed ball bearing. That's what I'm looking for. So ball bearing. And if we all know ball bearing, those are the key reasons why it's going to just continue to lubricate themselves. So ball bearing, sealed. So maintaining it, you don't have to take it in and get a yearly blowout or clean on the inside. You can maintain the machine in your own home by yourself with nothing other than the manual that it comes with. And there's resources on the website you can access. And so we want to take care of you when you buy the Quilting machine. It's going to take care of you as well. So we take care of you. It takes care of you. You just be taken care of. And so there's not a lot that needs to be maintained, which is why I love these machines. You don't have to worry about taking this big 21-inch off, putting it in your vehicle and driving it somewhere. You can do that yourself in your own home by maintaining it. So Elizabeth said, how long does it take to learn the machine? Well, Elizabeth, let's just go ahead and real quick do another quick small demo. That's how easy it is to learn, all right? So once we get it set up on the machine, go ahead and bring that camera in, okay? So once you get it set up on the machine, this is how easy it is for you to learn. I'm going to bring this in. You see the buttons on the handlebars, okay? And the controls, the manual talks about what these buttons do. On each handlebar, you have 3 buttons. This one simply starts and stops it. So it is already ready to go. So as long as we're ready to start quilting, you hit that start button, and now you can move that around, okay? Super simple. Now I want to stop, I hit that stop button. Needle down is over on this side, okay? To access the machine screen are these buttons right here. And that is it, super easy. So you have these easy to control features, buttons on your handlebar that once you get the machine up on your frame, you are ready to go. So there's the machine. It is not a lot of training on the machine. And in fact, I would say the more training comes from you doing a free motion. Free motion is when like, oh, I can't do free motion. You know, that's simply not true. How many of you doodled with the pen and paper? You got your booklet and you got your pen and you're just doodling around. We've all free motion at some point, whether it's on a machine itself or just with pen and paper. So I would say the learning more is just what you want to do from your free motion standpoint, because out of the box, this machine is ready to use. Just open the manual and you can just find out what some of these buttons do, and then you're ready to go. So very, very little process to learn how to do this machine. Great question. Okay, well, Blaine, let's go ahead and bring you back on. Let's tell everybody, all those people who put the 1 in the comments and the 3s in the comments, they are ready to buy. And so I am sure, now I want to make sure everybody's sitting, because once Blaine tells you this price, I don't want you just falling down. I'd rather have you fall out of your chair. So Blaine, go ahead and let's tell your beautiful, awesome customers what they can do and where they can get it and how much.
Well, thanks, Mark. Hey, sure appreciate you coming on today and showing the demos, and got a big shout out to Grace for, you know, working with us on all these pricing and things and letting us be first with the little Rebel. But I'm going to tell them how they can get it, and we'll see you real soon then, buddy.
Thank you, Blaine. Thank you, everybody. And it was good talking to you guys. See you later.
Excuse me. So, guys, again, what a great, great price we have on everything today. Now, this is the Q21R, and this is the long arm 21-inch throat space machine, and we're going to give you your choice of either the 10-foot or the 12-foot frame. Now, here's the kicker. We started the show out with 16, 8 of the 10-foots, 8 of the 12-foots. Right now, we've already sold. We're down to 13 left. 11. Kyle just gave me an update. 11 left. So we have 11 of these left. The price is $4,999. Guys, we will finance this for you. It's going to be free shipping nationwide. And again, if you want to ask any questions about this, this is the Continuum 2 frame, and it is the Q21R machine. Now, like Mark was telling you, they call them blemishes. I'm telling you, you'll be hard pressed to even find anything wrong at all. I mean, when they say it's a blemish, it could be a discoloration with one of the plastic pieces. It could be have a little chip of paint off. It's just so minute. But what's so awesome about this, it's a brand new machine, brand new warranties, everything, and you're getting it way over half price just because it didn't pass their quality control on the factory's assembly line. And so with the paint work or the plastic work or something on it. So it's going to function perfectly. It's just cosmetics, all it is. So you're a huge savings for this. Again, $4,999. And guys, I'm super excited about this. And I could not believe that they agreed to the price of this when Kyle worked it out with them. And we got this price, got them shipped into our warehouse. They're in our warehouse right now, ready to ship. And we'll get these out to you as soon as possible. And then, so get your order right now, 800-401-8151. If you want to take a look at it, you can go to smplive.tv. The product is right there. You can click on it. It'll take you to the product page, and you can read all about this setup. And again, when you call, make sure, ask them, if they have what frame size. If you're wanting a 12-foot, let them know you want a 12-foot. So make sure they, if they run out, because we're going to run out of them at that price. Those 16 are, go quick. And Kyle just said we have 11 left, so they're going to go pretty fast. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the Rebel as well. So the Rebel, we have 4 packages that you can get with the Rebel. The first package is just the machine only. It's $24.99. And then we have accessory packets that you can get with it. That'll be right on the product page. You can just go right now to smplive.tv. You'll see the little Rebel. Click on it. It'll take you to the product page, and then it tells you the different packages that are available. The great thing about this, at $49.99, you can get the little Rebel. You can get a brand new cutie frame that's coming out, which I don't know if I'm supposed to say that yet or not, but there's going to be a brand new cutie frame that's coming that's going to be less steps to put it together with a carrying handle. It's going to be pretty awesome. And then they have a brand new robotics that are coming out. It's called the QCT6. And I'm giving you some more information, but when you pre-order this, you can go ahead and pre-order the new cutie frame with the robotics and all the other package stuff that's coming with this for $49.99.
Here's a deal that Grace has. If you don't want the new cutie breeze, you get 50% off.
Yes. Yeah, that's the great thing. Kyle just made the point.
Get the full size.
So if you want this machine, and you say, yeah, I want the robotics, I want a frame. If you don't want the cutie frame and you want to go ahead and get the new Evolution frame or the new, the hoop frame or whatever you want, you get 50% off the price of the frame you choose if you don't want the cutie, which is an unbelievable deal, guys. And again, so we can talk you through that, but if you want to pre-order this, give us a call now if you just want to get the machine and just have a great straight stitch sewing machine that you can do quilting with, or if you want to put it on a frame or even add robotics, we can do it all. And also this thing has the built-in stitch regulation, which is awesome. So we're super excited about this. And my personal opinion is I think it's the best looking straight stitch machine on the market. I really do. 13-inch throat space. It has that big harp, and that harp is the distance between the plate and the top of the throat. You can roll up a quilt and put a big quilt in there. And it has the fabric sensor, has a start stop button, has a reverse stitch button, the needle up, needle down button, the quilt mode button, stitch length buttons, the machine speed buttons, and the LED indicators. And also, it has those M-class bobbins. So it has the big bobbins that you can put in there. And what is also great about this, not only could it be just a great sewing machine to use, but it's going to be for those quilters who want to get into quilting. What a great setup you can get into. And you can always buy the machine and buy a frame later on to put it on. You can get a cutie frame, a hoop frame, or a Q-Zone 2 frame while they last, but they got the new Evolution frame coming out as well. And Grace is always working on trying to get those frames where they're easier to put together, less parts that you have to use. So it's going to be awesome, guys. And I'm super excited about this machine. So if you want to get early, get yours ordered now, because and I think I explained this to you, there's just a certain amount of machines that are coming in from the factory for Grace with the little Rebel. And what we do is once we take pre-orders, we give them all the orders we have, and they're guaranteeing us that they're going to help our customers first. So they're going to fill our orders first, but we have to get it to them in time so they fall on the list, and then we'll fill those orders. And then there'll be some coming in later around December. They'll start flowing in. But the first batch, they're limited to how many they're making the first batch, just because of all the other production models on the line. So that's how that's working. Now, as far as the Q21R, we only able to buy 16 of them, and we were down to 11, and I'm sure that's probably 10 by now. And so Kyle's looking at me like, yeah, shaking his head. So they're going pretty fast. And so that means 6 of them is sold this morning, guys, and they're going to keep going. So if you're interested in getting up to 21 and you have room for that 10-foot or 12-foot frame, this is going to be the time to get it. If you don't have the room for it, I would go ahead and really consider getting that little Rebel ordered, and get you a cutie frame or a hoop zone frame or something like that to put it on if you're limited in space, because those are the 5-foot frames, and everybody knows the cutie is the little tabletop. And so great 2 offerings today from Grace, and we're super excited about those. So anyway, hope that you are too. So if you are interested in either one, give us a call at 800-401-8151. You can look at both products. Just go to smplive.tv and you can see those. All right. So another great show, guys. Are y'all ready to win some stuff now? I am ready to give something away. And the first thing I'm going to give away, I want to give away one of our sewing mats. What do you think about that? Speaking of sewing mats, Kennedy,
Yes.
what do I always say?
If you don't have a sewing mat under your machine, you're doing your machine a disservice.
You are. Excuse me. You're doing your machine a disservice. So, guys, we have these in 13 different colors, and they're coming 4 different sizes. The only one we don't have 4 sizes in is the leopard print. We have a medium and large in that, but all the other ones we have 4 sizes, and to fit your needs. If you want to know the dimensions, you can always just go to our website at SewingMachinesPlus.com. Just type in the search bar sew mats. It'll take you you'll see the thumbnail. You can click on that. It'll take you to the page, and you can read the dimensions of each size. That way you can fit your machine. But we're going to give one of these away right now to some lucky viewer. So Kennedy, spin that wheel.
Let's do it.
Here he goes. Lisa Sandoval.
Sandoval.
So Lisa Sandoval watching today from YouTube. So congratulations, Lisa. Lisa, you just won yourself a sewing mat. So what we need you to do is go to smplive.tv, scroll down toward the bottom of that page where it says claim my prize, fill out all that information, and most importantly, in the notes section, let us know what color of sew mat that you want and what size, and we will get that shipped out as soon as possible. All right, Kennedy, let's spin the wheel again and give one more of these away.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Counting down. Lucy Ricardo.
Woo! Congrats.
Didn't she have a show called I Love Lucy for many years?
No.
And Fred and Ethel were her next door neighbors. So Lucy Ricardo, congratulations. Lucy, you're watching today from YouTube. So Lucy, we need you to go to smplive.tv, scroll down to the bottom where it says claim my prize, fill out all the information complete, and most importantly, tell us what size of sew mat you want and what color, and we'll get you one right out. All right, next up, we're going to give a $100 gift card to Sewing Machines Plus. And so Kennedy, spin that wheel. Helen Garvin.
Woo-hoo.
Helena Garvin. Helena is watching today from YouTube. So congratulations, Helena. Helena, what we need you to do is go to smplive.tv, scroll down toward the bottom of the page where it says claim my prize, fill out all the information, hit submit. And once we get that in, we will email you a gift card code, and you can use that at checkout on SewingMachinesPlus.com website. All righty. Next up, we are going to give away, what are we going to give away? Before we give away something, I want to tell everybody something first. All right, I'm going to give a sewing machine away.
Ooh.
I'm going to give a nice sewing and embroidery machine away. What do you think about that?
Oh.
All right, so I'm going to give you all a Brother LB 5000. Look at that, sewing and embroidery machine. It's $1,000 machine, guys. This thing, it has a 4x4 hoop size. But before I give it away, I want to tell them about next week's show.
Okay.
What do y'all think about that? All right, guys, I'm going to tell you about next week's show because we're super excited about it. We need y'all to be here in full force next week. Next Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Central. We have a very special machine and a very special guest. And guys, we have Yaya Han is going to be on. There she is with her brand new Burnett B79 Yaya Han Edition sewing and embroidery machine.
It's a nice looking.
It is a great looking machine. We're going to have a great package for it. And this is a brand new machine. She designed it. And y'all want to know, who's Yaya Han? Well, Yaya Han is the Michael Jordan of cosplay. She is the most famous cosplayer out there. And you want to know, well, what is cosplay? Well, y'all probably heard of Comic-Con, like in San Diego that they have. And what cosplay is people actually make their outfits and they dress up like, superheroes. They dress up like characters from, comic books, TV shows, different things. And they make these outfits and they make them to where they're like movie quality. It's unbelievable how awesome these things are. So it takes a lot of talent to do that. Yaya has made over 400 different outfits, and they are just unbelievable, elaborate outfits. And so she's got over 3 million followers on her social media pages, and she's been on numerous TV shows. And she's going to be on our show next week. And Yaya is going to talk all about the brand new B79 that she helped design and put some features in. And she's got some of her own designs that are built into the machine. So we're super excited about that. We got a fantastic package put together for you for it. And we'll be talking all about that next week. So y'all make sure y'all join in for that. It's going to be awesome. And I can't wait for it. So, all right. So next up, Kennedy, we are going to spin the wheel. And we are going to give away a LB5000 sewing and embroidery machine from Brother. So Kennedy, spin that wheel. Hope y'all are excited about next week's show. Let me know if you are. Here we go. Shannon McPeak.
Woo!
Shannon McPeak is watching today from YouTube. So congratulations, Shannon. Shannon, we need you to go to smplive.tv, scroll down toward the bottom of the page where it says claim my prize, fill out all that information complete, hit submit, and once we get all that information, we will ship you a brand new LB5000 right to your doorstep. Also, I've got to say a big shout out to Sharon Ulrich. Sharon Ulrich. I know Sharon. And she is watching today, guys. She's on vacation in France, and she's watching today. So shout out to you, Sharon. And I think her friend Margie is with her as well. So hope they're having lots of fun on their vacation and watching. So guys, another great show. I feel like that we had a great show today. Super excited about the products we're going to show you. Next week's it's going to be another great show with a brand new machine we're excited about, and especially having Yaya coming on. She is like a really nice person and very, very talented. So we're super excited to have her and, kind of get the inside of how she came up with the design for the B79. And I don't know what else we got on tap. We got a few things coming up, but I don't know if our schedule, but we'll let you know what's going on. Next Tuesday, Kennedy will be hosting Takeover Tuesday. So make sure y'all tune in. Don't know, what do you got going on next Tuesday?
We're going to be embroidering something special for actually my cousin who's in the Army. We're doing a patriotic little project.
Patriotic project that Kennedy's doing on Takeover Tuesday. That'll be next Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Central. And then Thursday, come back with me on the Thursday Live. We'll be here at 10 a.m. next Thursday. We'll have Yaya Han here. And we're going to talk all about that new Burnett B79 Yaya Han edition. And so y'all make sure you tune in, guys. I hope that y'all enjoyed the show today. And, let us know if you have anything you need. Give us a call at 800-401-8151. All the salespeople are standing by on the phones to take your calls for anything you might need. And again, guys, we hope that you have a great rest of your day, a great weekend, and we'll see y'all next week. So long.